Alright, we're here with Ashnod, Flesh Mechanist. The idea is to play creatures alongside of it, and then swing with this and sacrifice said creatures to make power stones. The bottom ability is decent, I guess, but the top ability is what we're mostly interested in. We have a bunch of stuff that when it dies, it brings another creature back into play, so you can repeatedly do this and use those power stones that your those juicy mana rocks to cast your large spooky things. You know, Metalwork, Colossus, Portal to Phyrexia. The craziest one is Cityscape Leveler. Platinum Angel, we have the hexproof equipment to protect said Platinum Angel. We have black, so we have all the good removal. Liliana, the Mustdancer Clock. The Davriel with the One Ring and Shieldred. Tutors, Phyrexian Arena, and its big brother, or the thing that is probably just 10 times better than Arena now. Mox Amber actually works really well in this deck, which is always something to pay attention to with the commander you might be playing at the time, just because your commander cost 1. So this always works, right? It's just always works. Dark Ritual as well, just to cheat out some other expensive things. Mana, the mana from the Power Stones does not go towards other things like Liliana or Ujin, just artifacts, but it also goes to abilities of artifacts or non-artifacts as well, so you can use it to activate you know, a thing from a non-artifact. I don't think there really is anything like that in here. I have these swords mainly because I just own these two. I don't have the mythics for the other ones, but I think Fire and Ice is probably the best among them, and protection from red is pretty solid, right? It's just pretty solid. Protection from black is decent as well, but there's a fair amount of red blockers at least. Green, getting past green blockers is cool. I mean, it's just an artifact where I can use the Power Stones in a reasonable fashion, so I'm just gonna throw them in here. I've never really used equipment that much, like these swords, really at all, but who knows. I like Phylactery Lich in here, because I can put the counter on one of my random Power Stones. I don't know, maybe it'll do something, maybe it won't, who knows. I haven't really used this card. It's like a 3-mana version of Phyrexian Obliterator. I wouldn't really run that card, though, to be honest. We have some colorless lands. This one, again, you can activate it without mana. You could just use your Power Stones, sort of. I'm not really considering the Power Stones like mana, right? They're not like awesome, amazing mana, but whatever. This can recur some spicy artifact that we may have lost, and then obviously Inventor's Fair. And then Mutavault is just another creature that I can sacrifice to Ashnod, which seems decent enough. It can pay for itself when it enters, right? You just like tap it and activate it, so it's kind of like a 0 mana can't be countered creature that turns into a Power Stone when it dies. I don't know, we'll see. Have some kind of adorable stuff in here. Circuit Mender and where are you? Yeah, Filigree Familiar. These cards are not exciting, but they're pretty satisfying. They're like baby versions of Simulacrum. And why not? Playing cards I've never really got a chance to play before, so I'm going to try that. Ornithopter is a 0 mana thing for this. There's probably a better creature that just costs mana that's like just better. I don't know, but it is a 0 mana flyer. If I somehow cheese out like a sword on it and my opponent starts sweating, who knows? Hammer Time likes doing stuff like that. Think that's about it. Yep, no, that's about it. Like, comment, subscribe. Let's see how we do. Alright. No cheap creature and no reliable protection for their black removal, anything like that. Yeah, I don't think I'm well, you know what? Why not? I don't have to play Ornithopter turn 1. I can just be like, surprise, haha, got you. Don't have to play it. Can't really swing anyways. If I get a single Power Stone, the Bankbuster can get me out of this. Let's cast this first, see what happens. Nothing. Alright, I'm gonna cast this. I'm gonna sacrifice the eye twitch. Oh no! What are you doing? Okay, they responded to the eye twitch, but not the Ashnod. Or the... whatever, that was kind of weird. Maybe it's a... okay, it must be some sort of... destroy, like, artifact card or something. Okay, well, Portal's a little expensive. I might have wanted to sacrifice the Ornithopter, but I really wanted to hit a land. Okay. I don't think my opponent's going to block, so I'll just do this. And I can play this? Oh, no, right. Play this and... Witch? Okay. Looking for more use for this artifact mana. I can use it to tap and draw cards off this Bank Buster, which is nice. Yeah, it was Fracture. Okay, that makes sense. Generic random creature? Sure. The other two aren't terribly useful. Why not? Land, and then connections. Start drawing more cards. This also poops out creatures as well, which is decent, but it's pretty steep in life cost to do that, so I don't know. Code Spell Cleric. That is a very interesting card. Also kind of unfortunate to see here. Okay, I'm just going to do all of them once. Or at least once to start. I really need something to do with all this, like, extra stuff. Okay, so it's kind of fine to just, like, let my commander just die here. I'll just cash it in. Seems like a really easy block. But I definitely don't need mana. Alright, so I can play this, and then I can Dark Ritual Shieldred. I can also just not do that. No, I'm going to play it. I'm going to Dark Ritual Shieldred right now. Just because my opponent's next turn is probably their commander, so Shieldred just getting into play right now seems reasonable enough. Oh no! Wait, that only gives protection once. Okay. Not making any 3/2s anymore. Alright, we get to use the Power Stones for something. Cast this, and then, I guess, gain some life too, because we got Shieldred in play. Alright, not that most exciting pair of cards. Let's play you. I can flash in Bowmasters at some point. I could just do it now to kill this. No, I think I'd rather just swing. I'll just swing like this. I don't really need more Power Stones, right? 4 seems like enough as it stands. Yep, I'll just leave out Bowmasters. No answer to Shieldred. That's good news. Can't have everything. They just shocked themselves. Oh, they cast their commander, sure. Alright, so we can kill this thing. So what exactly does this do? When you cast your second spell each turn, opponent mills. Okay. Well, I do technically have a decent artifact in my graveyard. Technically. Can I cast Portal to Phyrexia? Oh, I can just cast Portal. Wow, that's actually insane. Okay. Well, yep. Oh, wow. I discarded that 10 years ago. Look at that. It ended up working. Discarded that turn 2, found Buried Ruin to pick it back up. My opponent loses their board. I get around the ward because it's an edict. Another creatureless hand. So, ay. I mean, I guess we do have extra mana. It's hard to say no to that. I don't think I have a use for it, so I just won't cast it. Can play Arena next turn. Well, that... No, I think playing Arena is just slightly better than Night Switch. Oh, look. It's another 5-color deck that's basically just a green deck. Okay. I can play the One Ring. It's a little early to do that. Let's just do this. This enters and I get a Power Stone, right? Yeah. I guess they get one too. Okay, so it could be a genuine Sliver deck. That's quite interesting. Losing my commander kind of sucks, but so be it. That's what we came here to do, so we're doing it. Tokens are always going to get in the way of this. There's no changing that. It's not like I can't recast it. So I cast this, and then I cast, I guess, this. We both get a Power Stone. I obviously have more use for it. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 8. Opponent is not... Oh, wait. I was going to say they don't have the First Sliver. You know, my opponent just cast First Sliver with 4 lands that tap for a single color. Funny that. Oh, I guess these 2 tap for any color. They actually played 2 that tap for any color. So this makes my commander unblockable except through this. But I guess that's fine. It just means I'm probably going to sack this, actually. Let's sack this. I don't see why not. Maybe I cheese my opponent out of like a good card out of their hand. Rally the Ranks. Okay. Alright, so now I'll start playing the One Ring. Out of cards. Okay, it is actually a Sliver deck. That's kind of interesting. It's funny, it's a Sliver deck when I'm playing something that really wants to play to the board for once in my life. Because, of course. This is probably... I'm probably not winning this. If it was a normal First Sliver thing that didn't do what this is doing, maybe, but it's not, so... Oh, wait, the attack is useless. Yeah, never mind, the attack is useless. I just punted away my commander. Whoops. Forgot they're all indestructible, because of course they are. I don't have a board wipe. I could get Portal to Phyrexia. I could get Platinum Angel, actually. We can try to cheese my opponent here. Not opposed to trying that. So I have 5, 6... Okay, I have at least 8 mana to try to do that. I still lose life when they swing, but they didn't with the Leeching Sliver. My opponent could have made me lose life there, but they chose not to. Curious. Alright. We're just all in. Oh, come on. Really? You have a removal spell? Don't do this to me. Oh. Oh, I almost got Sag. I almost got Sag. Okay, so it has protection from red and green, which is decent enough. There's no reason to hold it back. There's literally no reason to do that, so. The game will be over faster if I swing than not. Alright, the more time they have, the easier it is to kill this. Well, didn't really want to see all that. When do I have the chance to cast these? Oh, it's gone forever? Ah, oh, painful. Painful. They got Lightning Bolt, that's funny. Alright, Platinum Angel. And little goat token. Do your thing. There's no card draw or anything. There's no significant triggers from attacking, so I don't have to worry about it. Oh, man. Come on. Come on. Shieldred? I mean, this is decent. There's no reason to cast it. My life total is irrelevant. It does 2 damage to my opponent, though. But there's no reason to cast it, like, before this. There's no way I'm going to ever climb into the positives and have that have that be relevant, so. Okay, all of these are not typically terribly useful. Guess this is sort of free. I will gladly pay for that. Yeah, I'm just going to run out everything. It's not like I'm doing anything else. We can draw here, actually. Sure. This is arguably better than Shieldred, just because when it dies, I draw a card, which is more impactful in my opinion. Interesting choice. I feel like I would have killed something that doesn't draw me a card. I think drawing me a card here is the last thing you want to do when I have a thing that you kind of need to answer, but fair enough. Alright. There's no real reason to attack, but there's also no reason not to, except having some blockers. You don't want to change the clock on yourself on accident. Hello, Liliana. A mirror shield is actually insane. It gives me a second layer of hexproof, so I will just snap that off. And they are dead next turn to my attacks here. Yeah, I'm going to put a second layer of hexproof here, because that just seems better than literally anything I can do. I can play this and minus it, but I'd rather just plus. There's no reason to do either or, honestly. Ujin. It's better than a random card. Guess I can shift enter through their turn. Okay, that's not a sliver. That's also not a sliver. They can pretty easily kill Liliana. Alright, so I think we got it. Yeah, they cannot respond to the Shieldred trigger, so then they just die. They take 6, then they go to 2, then I play this and they die, so. Awesome. I got the cheese Platinum Angel win. That is tubular. I'm just gonna show it to my opponent. Maybe they just scoop to it. Nope, doesn't look like it. I'll just get rid of the card in hand for no reason. Spin my wheels for no reason. Yeah, alright. I'm just gonna keep casting things till my opponent scooped. My opponent figured it out. They're taking 6 and then they're taking 2, and there's nothing they can do to stop that. Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. Oh, Platinum Angel, dude. Look at all the text on that. Look at all that text. And none of it matters except this word right there. Yeah, look at that word. Look at it. Stare at that word for a bit. There you go. Alright, you looked at it. Long time. Maybe I played one in my Scarab God deck. I might have actually had a Scarab God Hotch the Taker deck. Might have been there, and that wasn't too long ago. Isn't that funny? Like, I play equipment for like the first time ever. Like I finally play equipment, and then my opponent steals them. Like, oh, okay, I guess, cool. Okay, there's not much merit in playing early creatures. I could just Dark Ritual, Perilous Mirror, Nettle Cyst even. Seems... This seems weird. I like weird. Alright. It's a 2-2. This looks weird, but I'm doing it. Okay, that was actually a really good draw. Let's play this. Swing. No growth spiral, no removal spell, no cantrip. Still nothing, nothing, nothing. Alright. So let's play you. I can sacrifice a Power Stone. I guess I will. I can do it after combat. Although it is kind of the same damage. There's really nothing I can find that's castable, but I think I'm still just going to go for it anyways. There's not many things I could find off this, though. It's probably the weirdest use of Dark Ritual I've ever had. Okay. Guess we do this and sacrifice the 2/2 it makes. I'm not interested in blowing this up. Maybe I'm not interested in even sacrificing the 2/2. I do want to pressure my opponent. Yeah, I think I'm just going to keep the 2/2, which means I should have played this post-combat. It would be one more damage with the Power Stone, but I think this is better. Because if my opponent has an answer to my board, I'm going to want to, obviously, have a wide board. They mill 3 lands with Search. That's funny. They kept the card on top with Search, so I assume it's, like, relevant here to some capacity. I highly doubt it was the Stitcher Supplier. Maybe it was. I don't know. Well, everything I'm doing is resolving. So they can flip Escanta now. Pretty easily, but that's fine. They wound my commander. Okay, sure. That's interesting. Just to stem some of the bleeding, I guess. Alright, so they can flip that, but because we didn't get rid of the tokens, we have much more pressure. I don't think their commander saves them. That technically does. It can block 2 things. Yep. That works. So, oh no, it can only block 1. Alright, sorry, opponent. I done killed you. I done did you in. GG. That Nettle Cyst token with the Dark Ritual was actually useful. That was far and away the most aggressive game of EDH or Historic Brawl I have ever played. I have never been that aggressive in my entire life. That is funny. Okay. Hand's looking promising. I can kill a 1-drop next turn. Or I can let my opponent block again if it is like a mana dork or something. Not the case. Alright. Easy sack. I can play 1 ring next turn. Still, again, kind of early to do that. I'm not too stoked on casting this like turn 2 or something. It just doesn't seem like a good idea. Alright, hit something spicy. Oh, that's actually pretty good. Okay. We like that. I can play Wormcoil next turn. I like my opponent's choice of lands. That's pretty neat. I will sacrifice this Ghast just to make another one. Treasure and a Power Stone. Yep. I think that's just more useful. It's pretty easy to deal with this, but also pretty... Oh, wow. They blew up all my stuff. Oh, that sucks. Oh, wow. Damn. That was horrible. Please don't have a fetch land. Come on. Oh, that was a perfect hand. That was a perfect card. No. I've never seen anyone play this, too. That sucks. Yep. Of course. That's just... That was absolutely disgusting. So I can play the 1 ring now. I did gain a bunch of life. I do have a Wormcoil, so it probably makes sense to get what I can out of this 1 ring. Wow, that was so devastating. Okay, please no more fetch lands. Oh, okay, silly me. All the fetch lands, yeah. Why not? Well, so far it's looking like the best possible Gitrog draw. At least against me specifically. That is just completely disgusting. Whatever, maybe the 1 ring offsets this horrendously bad situation. Or not. Still have a 3/3 lifelinker. Okay, so I can find a piece of the combo with, like, Platinum Angel, but I don't think that's, what I'm gonna do here. I don't have a removal spell for the Gitrog boss, do I? Let's see, I have 2 mana. I don't think I have anything that kills this. Oh, I do. Okay. That's probably my best bet. It doesn't stop it forever, but it's better than, like, not doing this. I guess. I don't know. Is this each artifact or the cost of them? Mana value, okay. So, this will reduce it. My opponent got Shieldred. That's the crazy one, right? Yeah, okay. So that offsets the 1 ring. Dead and useless. Not completely dead and useless, but I am dying extremely fast. Did I not draw a land? Oh, I did. Okay. So I played this. I play this. And then I play this and Cursebound Witch, so I can block at least. Okie dokie. Oh, hey, I can play a 10/10. Wow. Okay, shoot. Alrighty. Probably gonna scry my upkeep. I have very good things to do, but so does my opponent. That is a very good thing to do. I will keep that on top. I don't think I can cast it next turn alongside Ulamog. 3, 4, 5. I don't even have Ulamog mana. I actually have to lose a boatload of life here to like tap this to find another mana source. Right? 3, 4, 5. Yes. It's actually not as good as it looks then. This is going to be a very, very, very painful turn. Well, if I survive this turn cycle, I can do some cool stuff. I'm not too upset to see that. I can play this, but it doesn't let me cast any further cards, right? I can sack 2 artifacts. I guess? Wait, I tap this. Okay, it doesn't actually do anything. Alright, I can't get this into play. 4, 5, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I just can't get it into play. Come on! Come on, dude. Oh, this is misery. Okay. Well, I mean, I might as well get rid of this now. And I guess I get rid of this. I can't sacrifice my own Ulamog, and I can't recur it or anything, and I don't think there's anything in my deck that deals with this. That might not be true. You definitely don't. You don't. I don't think there's any Davriel deal that does anything. I think we're better just doing this first and then just tapping. Okay, that's... Wait, what? Opponent, this game was not over. I have no answer to Ulamog. I'm gaining a ton of life, but you can just swing with it. This game was definitely not over. Wow, that's crazy. Oh my goodness, it's the mirror. Their version is probably a little bit more refined than mine, but I am on the play, which is absolutely insane. Especially in a turn 1 is extremely important. Turn matters matchup. I cannot kill my opponents. I absolutely would. I'm going to do this, actually. Get rid of a land. Alright. I can't... I don't think you trade. You can't afford to trade, especially when you're on the draw. There's just no way. You had probably the best possible card here, actually. Yep, that is, because it kills this. It gives them a token for this. I'm still going to plus here. And I'm not drawing multiple cards, but this is probably the best possible card they could have had. Okay, they poke to their own face. What is happening? I'm so confused. Okay. Yep. Alright, yep. So my opponent roped out, and then I guess gave up. Because we had Liliana to deal with this, and they just can't stop that, right? There's too much. The Liliana is just... the mirror breaker, for sure, is just Liliana's going to completely destroy their strategy. Okay. It's a really, really cool commander. You could think of it kind of like Crucius, which is like the black-red. You get a treasure and you like draw a card or turn a card into like a better one for your hand or whatever. It's kind of like that, except you have to play a creature and then turn that creature into the treasure token, as opposed to like the card from your hand or whatever. So as like a mono black pseudo ramp deck, and the ramp only for artifacts, it's pretty cool. I really do like this strategy. I want to try it again. I probably will. This might just be like the part 1 of 2. I think there's more refinement to make this better, significantly enough to warrant a second attempt. Like, I think maybe 15 to 20 of these cards could be something else, and it'd be different enough where I'm willing to try it again, because I did like it. And there were certain matchups and certain things that happened that I feel like I should never have lost to, or like I was in a position where I felt like I wasn't, it wasn't bad, right? Like, oh, this is pretty good, and then I just lost anyways because I just sort of fizzled and died and didn't do anything, which is unfortunate. But I'd say it's a middle of the pack commander. It's not super strong, but it is really fun. Probably need more smaller creatures to sacrifice. Maybe less random stuff like this. This does not get discounted by my Power Stones. Neither does Liliana, but I do like Liliana because if I'm sacking my creatures, it's nice to draw cards when I do that. But this costs 6 mana, and the Power Stones don't help you do that, and help you get it in early. And if you're already sacking creature every turn, by the time you're on literally turn 6, unless you had like one of these ramp spells or like maybe a treasure token, you've probably eaten all of your creatures, right? So you're probably not, like, at this point, the only thing you're eating are the zombies themselves. And that's kind of cool, I guess, but you've played like a 6 mana make a 2/2 that dies and you just draw a card, right? I don't know. This could be something better, probably just another random early creature. You could put Cat Oven in here. I don't have much use for the food, but it's kind of adorable, I guess. Yeah, so there's definitely ways to make this better. It felt like half of it was like the typical big black deck that just plays, you know, colorless ramp spells, the One Ring Shieldred in, say, like Modern or Standard that you'd see. Draw cards, play Karn, the Great Creator, just Cabal Coffers style deck. Felt like that was kind of half of this, and I just wasn't there. There was a ton of times I wish I had a sweeper, even if I'm playing to the board a lot. So maybe Blood in the Snow would be nice. I can at least recur something when I have Blood in the Snow. You can't reliably recur Platinum Angel because if it died, you probably died. So you can't like, oh, I'm at -5. Let me Blood in the Snow. This is like, no, you just died. So I don't. That's not great. But there's definitely ways to make this better. The equipment weren't really that exciting. Like, I don't like these that much. I think they're too specific for too many matchups. I'm not big in these. In the game where I had both, my opponent just stole them, so there's that, but that's not, you know, an expected outcome. If these get blown up, so be it, but I don't know. There was, I think, a couple games, 2 or 3, where the Power Stones did get blown up from a sweeper, like one of the white ones, Planar Cleansing or something, which blew up everything, which is really unfortunate. You don't want your ramp to get blown up. Green does not really have to deal with that, right? The Mana Dork's fine, but like half the ramp is not going to get blown up to a sweeper. So that's very unfortunate that that can happen. But all in all, I did like this, and I think I will revisit it sooner rather than later. But let me know what you thought about this commander as it stood. If you have ideas to make it better, let me know. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.